Hello students, once again welcome to our English class. We started with our figure of speech. I had two lectures delivered for you. The first lecture was the introduction in which I explained you what is figurative words and what are literal words. In my next audio lecture, that is YouTube lecture, I explained you three figure of speech: personification, metaphor, and it was repetition. Now, let us continue with the further four more examples, four more types of figure of speech. What are these figure of speech that we are going to do today? The first figure of speech is epigram. What is epigram? Epigram is nothing but it is a short witty sentence that expresses a general truth or comment, or it is a brief, clever, and memorable statement. So, students, I hope that you have got the definition or idea of the epigram. Now, we have an example in front of us. Every child is a father. See, student, as you know, every father was once ever a child. So, this is a witty statement, or this is a truth which we have commented over it, or which we have expressed over it. So, every child is a father means a child would grow up and he would become a father, and every father who is today was ever a child. So, I hope with this example it is clear to you what is epigram. Now, let us see one more example. That is, if we don't end the war, war will end us. Students, in this, if you see, don't end the war and war will end us. These two expressions, they are, if you see, they express, they comment the fact of us, the fact about the war, that if we don't end the war will bring end to us, means everything will stop, everything will end. Now, let us come to the next question, next statement. The art lies in consoling art. See, students, what is art? Art is inner quality. Now, this inner quality or inner skill, it is what it is. It is a consoling. Consoling means it is giving you some kind of relief or a brief in you. This is what is the example that we have explained over here. Now, let us continue further. I hope these two to three examples of epigram is clear to you. Now, what is inversion? Students, inversion is nothing but it is a technique in which normal order of a sentence is revised, or its order is made up and down. Now, why this is made up and down? Because poet is a vivid in his imagination. He has no grammar ideas, or he need not have to follow the grammatical structure. He is given a full freedom to use his language as he think of it, or as he imagine over it. So, in that sense, particularly for his emphasizement or for making some rhyme or rhythm, he makes the order changed in the sentence. That is what is inversion. Now, let us continue. I hope this meaning is clear to you. Here is the first example to you. When 100 years old you reach, looks as good you will not. Means if you read the sentence, you will realize, students, कि here the order is changed. How it will be? You will not look as good as you reach 90 years old, or when you reach 90 years old. So this is what is the structure of the sentence should be. But as the poet wanted to make it something for his convenience purpose, as he required some meter in it, so he might have added this kind of example, or he might have made this structure as such. Now let us proceed further. This example is very clear in its sense. Tomorrow will come the decision. Now, in this, if you see, the sentence structure is changed. How it is changed? The order is not in a proper grammatical order, I can say. The order should be the decision will come tomorrow. This should be the actual structure of the sentence. But in inversion figure of speech, the poet is given a full freedom to express himself. He need not have to follow any grammar or any grammar concepts with him. So students, let us see one more example. Sometimes too hot the eye of the heaven shines. Now in this sentence, I hope you have realized that the eyes of the heaven shines sometimes too hot. This has to be the structure. Means what? The sky or the heaven is shining. Not shining, but it is too hot. This he wanted to express. But the structure, the position of the words has been changed in this sentence. Now, next example, that is truly wonderful of the mind of a child's is. How should be the structure here of the sentence? The mind of the child is truly wonderful. As we know, the children are truly wonderful. We don't know what they would do. But just to make himself very rhythmic, the poet has made this kind of structure. He has turned and twisted the grammatical position of the sentence, and he had emphasized on what he want. So students, I hope these examples are clear to you. What is the figure of speech that is. Now let us continue with the next example, next figure of speech, that is interrogation. Now what is interrogation? Interrogation is nothing but it is just an asking of question, not for getting an answer to it. So students, it is not just getting an answer, but it is what? It is just raising out a question. And hence, with this, we would come to know that what interrogation is. It just not merely gives you a question to get the answer, but it is the one to make you something more point out. It is also a rhetorical question because questions are asked not for any symbolic effect, but they are just posed in the poetic form, or they are just to be posed in the poem. We have an example in front of us. This is my own, my native land. So if you see here in interrogation, a poet has laid a stress on the question. What he says, this is my own. That is his own. But what is his own? It is his native land. So just he has stated a question to emphasize over it. Who is here so well that will not love his country? So if you see, everybody loves his country. Whatever may be the country, howsoever may be the country, everyone loves his country. There is no such person who would say, no, I do not love my country. So just for raising a statement or a question, the poet in the poem raise out with this kind of figure of speech, that is interrogation. So now students, let us see some more examples in this. What female heart can gold disperse? Means, if you see in this statement, only we know that the female hearts are just a heart of gold. They are nothing but they are the soft-hearted one. So we can say that the female hearts are gold dispersed. Are we not the finest people in the world? Yes, we say that we are finest people. Why? What is the reason to raise a question in it? We always say that we are the fine people in the world. But simply for the purpose of raising a question or for the purpose of emphasizing, the poet takes help of this figure of speech, that is interrogation. Now, let us see the next figure of speech, that is tautology. What is tautology? Tautology is nothing but it is a mere repetition. A repetition of same ideas, but these same ideas are in different words. How they are in different words? Let us see with an example. Before going with an example, let me make more clear. Tautology is nothing but in conversion. It is to convey some social perception or to avoid confrontational comments. For this purpose, the figure of speech tautology is used by the poet. Tautology is the use of unnecessary words which are done over here. Now, these unnecessary words or the same ideas are repeated again and again in a different manner, and so we can say such figure of speech is tautology. Now, let us have an example of tautology. An example, that is, I get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Now, a.m. means also morning and morning also means morning only. So here there is a mere repetition of two same ideas but in a two different ways, a.m. and morning. Now let us see with the next example. I rejoiced at the happy sight. See students, in this there are two same words. Rejoiced means also happy and happy means also happy. So whenever you see something, you fill with happiness. And then what is rejoice? Rejoice is also happiness. So this is what is same ideas but they are expressed in two different ways. Now one more example. The evening sunset was beautiful. See students, evening is also there, sunset is also there, and both these ideas are in the same sentence which explains you its beauty. So it could have been only said that the sunset was beautiful or the evening was beautiful. But here the two same ideas are expressed or they are explained in the same sentence. So this figure of speech is nothing but it is a tautology. So students, this was the figure of speech that we were supposed to learn for this first two poems which were there. I hope this figure of speech that we completed is clear to you. Metaphor, personification, repetition, epigram, inversion, interrogation and tautology. These figure of words are, I suppose, clear to you. Thank you. If you have liked this video, share with your friends. Thank you. See you soon in the next video.